It's that time again. It's 2K Kingslayer, back again with another NBA discussion video. Today, I want to talk about the Golden State Warriors, and more accurately, its fans. It's been truly fascinating to watch the Golden State Warriors, and even more interestingly than actually watching the team is just listening to the fallout from all sides, from Warriors detractors to Warriors fans to Warriors bandwagoners to the media. What this team has done to the landscape of basketball is possibly unprecedented. They've brought sort of a sense of hopelessness to 29 other teams and their fan bases. I mean, I know that the Lakers are hopeful that their quote-unquote death lineup of putting LeBron at center and, you know, Lance Stevenson at the 2 is going to be able to take down this team. But realistically, I think even that team knows that this is just a holding period until the Warriors team finally falls apart, whether that be through free agency or through injuries. It seems like the entire NBA is just waiting right now, because this was sort of lightning in the bottle for the Warriors, right? A lot of things had to go right in order for this team to be put together. There was the cap spike, there was the Curry injuries that led to him being paid significantly less than he would have been otherwise. There was the Durant situation. Now finally there's this really odd Boogie Cousins situation that nobody saw coming. It's amazing, it's truly amazing. And the thing is that nobody is questioning the Warriors' greatness. Everybody knows that this team is dominant, and they will continue to be dominant for as long as they want to be. If you've read the Book of Basketball by Bill Simmons, you've heard about Isaiah Thomas's secret of basketball, which is that it's not about basketball. A lot of the success of teams comes as a result of off-the-court issues. Salaries, egos, greed in some cases. So that's what it's all going to come down to. But as of right now, there's no end in sight for the Warriors. But what I wanted to talk about today is something that's really bothering me, and it has been for a while listening to Warriors fans during this period of their dominance. So anytime that NBA fans reasonably bring up that they're not enjoying this era, because it's kind of like catching the spoiler to a movie online by accident. It's a movie that you've been looking forward to for a long time, but you know, you accidentally click the wrong link and you find out, oh no, the main character dies at the end. You know, you can still enjoy the ride of the movie, you can still enjoy the journey, but the destination is not really within question right now. And I don't think it's ever been to this degree before. So NBA fans are not always happy about it. I've been enjoying watching the NBA, but there is always sort of a damper being put on it as a result of the Warriors' dominance. And a lot of NBA fans will express this and say that there needs to be more parity in the league, etc., etc. But the response from a lot of Warriors fans is what I find to be disingenuous and not honest. So if I were a Warriors fan, my response to all these complaints would kind of just be, haha, yeah, we're pretty dominant. The rest of the league sucks. We're gonna squash you guys. I would kind of rub it in people's faces. But it's interesting, Warriors fans have been getting defensive. You know, if you complain about the NBA right now and say it's the result of the Warriors, which I mean objectively it is, you're gonna hear Warriors fans jumping out of the woodwork saying, oh well, our front office is wonderful. Your whatever team you follow, their front office just can't keep up with the Warriors front office. You know, what's wrong with getting the best players that you can? You know, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go out and get the best free agents. Y'all can keep hating on the Warriors, but we did what we were supposed to do. And here's what bothers me about that. And I wish I had a megaphone right now so that I could shout this into the microphone. But this is what's upsetting to me about that argument from Warriors fans. Nobody is upset at the Warriors front office. Nobody. That's not why people are upset. The reason people are upset, and I've talked about this in previous videos, is that this dominance came as a result of number one, luck, which that personally doesn't upset me too much because, you know, Curry had injuries, like I said. There were a lot of very specific circumstances that led to this team being built, like the cap spike. So that doesn't bother me personally. But some people are upset by that. That's number one. And number two, and this is the big one, number two is that this team was formed as a result of mental weakness. Or at least that's the perception. It was not of the Warriors front office, not of Steph Curry, not of Draymond Green, not of Klay Thompson, not of the Warriors team that was there for their initial title run, but weakness of primarily Kevin Durant and now on some level DeMarcus Cousins. That's really who people are mad at. I would say that during their first title run, and you can tell me if you disagree with this, but I think this is a fair statement. I think that during the Warriors' first title run, most NBA fans who were not Cavaliers fans were rooting for them. Because it was a bunch of likable guys. Maybe not Draymond Green so much, but I don't think he was really kicking people in the dick as much back then. But NBA fans were kind of rooting for the Warriors. They weren't the villains during their first title run. They only became the villains, and people, by and large, only became upset because Kevin Durant went and joined them, and the circumstances under which he went and joined them. And people feel like there was no need for Kevin Durant to go and join a 73-win team, whether they won or lost the previous year. Because I think a lot of us feel like they only lost on a fluke, and they were right in there the whole series, and they very easily could have won the NBA championship twice in a row. But Kevin Durant went and joined the team that knocked out his Oklahoma City Thunder team that almost beat them. The Thunder almost beat the Warriors right before Kevin Durant ran off to them. That's the thing that really upsets people. It's not like they just swept the Thunder. It wasn't a blowout. It was a very good series. And some people would argue that Kevin Durant kind of shrunk near the end of that series. So when NBA fans complain about the Warriors dynasty, they're not complaining about the Warriors organization. They're not complaining about the owner. They're not complaining about the GM. They're not complaining about Steph Curry, okay? They're complaining specifically about Kevin Durant, on some level DeMarcus Cousins, to a much lesser extent in my opinion, but mostly Kevin Durant, and the mental weakness and lack of competitive drive. That is why people are upset. So you can agree or disagree with that mindset, but I just want to put that out there for all the Warriors fans who are deluded into thinking that they don't understand this, because you do understand it. You're just being disingenuous. You're not being honest with yourself. You understand the problem with Kevin Durant. He has shown time and time again, even since he's been signed, that he is a very sensitive person, that he cares a lot what people think of him. He likes to put on this face sometimes like, oh, I don't care, I'm winning, blah, blah, blah. But you wouldn't be making burner accounts to promote your own brand and disparage your previous coach and previous organization. You wouldn't be doing that if you didn't care a lot what other people thought about you, and if you were actually confident in yourself, and if you actually had some self-respect. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not hating. Again, if that's what you got out of this video, I don't know what to tell you, because the whole point of this was to drive home the fact that Warriors fans, if I were a Warriors fan, I would understand that Kevin Durant is a controversial figure for a reason right now. He's arguably the most hated player in basketball. And when people are upset with the Warriors' dominance, it's not because of the organization, it is because of the mental weakness of one player in particular. So if you agree or disagree with that, hit me up in the comments section. Let me know. Let me know how you feel about it. And we'll be back soon. Until then, happy gaming, y'all.